Getting on Oregon is live between Penta and Nora Rango in Group D to round out day one of the group stage.
Feel good to say that you're finally at the end. You're at the end of the road. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, Flynn. You no longer have to talk into a mic.
Well, I have a strong inclination that this game is also going to go 3 maps. Number one, because all I've gotten so far is 3 map games. And number two, these teams are very closely matched. Everyone's talking about Group D as the group death coming in. I think, honestly, even after the play today with Mantis against G2 and then EG against Lestream on that first map anyway, I don't honestly think there is a single group right now that is soft, especially with the upset with Mach1 over Liquid. What?
Yeah, most definitely.
You look quizzical.
Could you see? Yeah, I look quizzical due to the fact that Penta's on offense and they removed Thatcher.
And they're probably just playing for their defensive game.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's kind of an unsung rule in bans that if you start on that side, you don't want to pull such a prominent operator from your lineup. But, I mean, hey, Penta does Penta. I just cast the game. I mean,
yeah.
Like, that's, you know, I just talk about stuff. That's it.
Nora Rango getting rid of the Ying and Echo themselves, and they'll be starting out on the defense. So, like you said, you know, with Penta taking out a Thatcher, Nora's also taking out the Echo, which is another strong operator on the defense, but they don't want to play against it when the side swap.
But they still have the Maestro, though, and that's the main thing. The Alda is such an amazing weapon, and those Evil Eyes have so much presence on this map, it's ridiculous.
And in the game we just watched between Liquid and Mach1, it was Oregon Basement that seemed to be the place where good teams went to die. I believe Liquid was 1 for 4 on that site at the end.
Ooh.
And then I believe Mach1 was 1 for 3 when it was all said and done. So a 2 for 7 conversion ratio on wins defending the basement. It looks like Nora Rango also try their hand. It started things off and maybe try and buck the trend, as it is a basement defense to start things off when we get underway.
As you guys can see on your screen, Penta still has the llama, ladies and gentlemen, which that's always what you want to see. If they don't have the llama, you know there's something going wrong. They've had the llama for what? It's been almost 2 years now. No, actually, no, it's been a year. It's been a year because he picked it up at last Invitational, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Believe so. I'm not even 100% sure on the lore of the Penta llama.
Pretty sure Hungry was the one that bought it, I think.
They were under a different name at last Invitational. They weren't even at the last Invitational, were they?
No, I can't remember where they bought the dang llama from.
I can't remember.
Very prominent thing for Penta, though. They always have it.
We'll correct this eventually.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely happening in chat right now.
Sure.
100%. Because Twitch chat's never wrong. So.
Never.
Ever. Never ever.
Penta with a 4-man spawn on the junkyard side with Revan being the lone man outside of street spawn, and honestly, as that Maverick, he's probably going to be doing the most amount of damage, especially even though the mute is in play and the Thatcher is gone. Revan on the Mav will still be able to pop open hatches quite easily. Pop a little hole in the hatch, look down, shoot the jammer, then have someone come in and grab the hatch. And it's a hard meeting hole being, wow, dismantled kind of early there. Go to Mario. First walking into an asphyxiating bolt, and then Hungry just letting him up in the backside, walking him, take a little damage from the asphyxiating bolt as well. He's down to about 80 HP, and trying to look in through the drone hole to catch anyone lackadaisically moving their way through that doorway, but none such luck, although Mario down extremely early.
Yeah, the early frag definitely going to help out Penta trying to take control of the main stairs. As Papa will motion his way into Moto. Kind of a weird reload animation there for Ray as he extends the shotgun fully out to try and reload it. But Penta already does have a lot of pressure on the main stairs area, and this will allow them to burn this utility pretty early on. The rough thing for Nora Rango right now is that they have this angle open onto, oh my goodness, Waka is going to come up with a pistol kill, no, but he is going to catch Blaz out. That will be the Zofia off the board. Revan, not very much health anymore, but he is going to crawl up to the top of the roof to be reset.
Still have Sir Boss with 2 breaching rounds, thankfully on the side of Penta, as losing that Zofia could have been instrumental in securing a round for Nora Rango, as those Evil Eyes could have stayed intact without any fear of them being dismantled, but Sir Boss still alive on the Ash, taking his sweet time, honestly, and it's interesting to see everyone else going in for those immediate entries, but not Sir Boss on the Ash. Nonetheless, it still works out for Penta for the most part, and they'll begin to start assaulting the hatch and transitioning into a main stairs take, which we've seen so many times already today.
Yeah, again, Oregon being such a prominent match today, as the thermite charge will go off and get the wall of classroom as well as the hatch. And this is when things really start to ramp up on Oregon as a whole. So once you get that breach charge down, and we'll continue to go down the staircase and try and burn out Ray's toxic babes that he has on his person. As the secondary drones are going to come out, try and get a head count on site, as they are going to figure out that there is 3. All of them playing downstairs.
There goes one of the evil eyes inside of the closet behind the mirror, and that'll be dispatch of one of them, and Boss now letting in flash to burn out any remaining ADSs and flash anyone going for the rotate. No attempt at the plant just yet. Nitrocell being prepped by Papilia. Ramu peeking the hallway, looking to go hatch. Revon initiating a plant attempt. He's gonna try and stick this, not be hit by the smoke. No nitro. Oh, the nitro's gonna connect at the very last possible second. Now Hungry with a reattempt in behind the laundry bin in a 3v3. 2 defenders from Nora Rango try charging through the hallway. One will fall, the second one as well. The enemy, the shotgun rushing straight through. Raisel now down to a 1v2. Looking laundry, and he's able to clean up, and the Claymore will detonate, dropping him to 5 HP. Raisel on 5 HP, standing on the diffuser, attempting to try and hit the defuse, and no, Sir Boss. Renton, you gotta drop, and he finally will. Raisel will drop down below, and finally, Sir Boss will clean that up. It was almost the most immaculate and inconceivable clutch for Raisel as he rushed in towards the stairs, and I don't know how that Claymore didn't kill him, but Penta, you can see them all laugh it off as they walk away with round number 1.
She's stressed out a little bit. She's like, oh man, that was so close right there. Honestly, oh my goodness, his name, Pop. If Pop doesn't hop off of that diffuser right there, or excuse me, if Ray does not hop off of the diffuser right there, he more than likely wins that. Actually, it was so close, but he heard footsteps and he jumped off. Immediately gets fragged out by Sir Boss. So very close play, playing it very close to the chest with Sir Boss right there.
6-pick off of the off of the glass to the ash for Sir Boss, and a reattempt downstairs for Nora Rango. This has been the theme today on Oregon, is that basement is not your friend. And
is it ever your friend?
That was even basement defenses with a Mira. There is no Mira now as well, and no Echo, so you're really relying on the Maestro as far as your information to lead your plant denial. Obviously, without a Mira on the board, you're also losing one of your Nitro cells that are typically at your disposal. Mario could have brought the Nitro cell, but he was also hard-holding meeting earlier on with Waka. Interesting setup for Nora Rango. We never actually saw a hard meeting hold in the entirety of Oregon between Liquid and Mocket through 14 rounds, which was also an interesting point considering while Oregon is a rather stunted map in terms of its growth and innovation, there are a few opportunities and options you have as far as holds.
Yeah, meeting being the most prominent one, especially for downstairs. And actually, you see it held sometimes if they do go to the ever so terrible kitchen sites that no one will touch with a 10-foot pole at this point.
Yeah, no one heading for kitchen dining through 14 rounds either in the last game. And I don't imagine either of these teams will either. You can see the attic reinforcements have also been bandited by Mirio. And I think that's Waka actually climbing up the ladder to jump into attic, possibly having the hatch blown open. No, it was Mario, the other GSG9 defender. He's going to drop back down actually and support Waka on the meeting hold. There's a rotate being fashioned for him at the back of the attic. Try and make his way out towards T2 should he feel the need or be pushed out of meeting. Rotate back towards the objectives. A minute is gone, and that quick kill has not come out for Penta this time around, as Mario is still very much alive and very much a dangerous presence. And here we go through the drone hole. Blas will get downed, but he collapses just outside of the doorway, out of the purview of Waka, so it'll be a free reset for Blas. 50 HP sacrificed in the engagement. They don't get that initial kill, and Revon will actually start things off on a Mario with a Mav hold. Reinforcement on the left side of split.
Waka trying to be aggressive inside of meeting, taking a couple of separate angles, just trying to stay consistent in the pressure that he's trying to apply, but really not helping out his team too much just yet. He did down Blas process, as you saw right there, so Blas is on 50 HP right now, but they do have the torch in the hands of Revon, as he will torch open the wall. Waka in a very bad place right now, full stun as he rotates over to the other side of meeting. Now Revon may open a very ill-cut hole at the bottom of that pantry wall that Waka is currently standing at. He will be able to take out that drone. Minute left on the clock, still plenty of time for the offense to get execution on site.
If you're Penta here, you really got to focus on dispelling Waka from taking these engagements, because he clearly has no fear in standing and fighting, and it's a huge time suck right now trying to get rid of Waka. Another asphyxiating bolt used in the attempt, and it will be to no avail. There's no kill yet, and Waka's still waiting. Oh, to the Mav hole, he'll lose half his HP right up against. Oh, he sees the feet of the Thermite, but he's not pulling the trigger. Finally, he will. The Thermite charge will detonate, and it'll open up a clear hole for Waka to have to contest with. 30 seconds left remaining, though. It's a 5v4, and this is looking like it's going to be an absolute circus as everyone tries to go in for that plant execute, and they still have to hold off Waka and be wary of his flanks. Toxic Babe, as that's Ray still rotating into the laundry cubby. Still no one going from that plant. 10 seconds left. Looking for the Mav holes as Waka's going to bust out a meeting and try and rip through everyone at the hatch cover. He grabs one, but Blas will immediately trade it out. Hungry putting down that plant. Nothing to stop him now. The Nitro won't connect, and the plant will get down. Papillia left alive, trying to retreat through hallway, but Enemy with 3 kills in the round, I believe, as he'll cut through everyone on Nora Rango as they try to descend backwards away from the amount of utility being dumped upon them. And it'll be Penta, again, walking away victorious on attacking the basement.
It's the Fragmite. It is the Fragmite. And as you guys can see, Jess is a little stressed in the background right now on every single one of these rounds. They're really just trying to give their head coach a heart attack right now. All of these rounds so far being played down to the wire. I mean, really all it took right there if it was for Waka to get that frag inside of Kitchen, and that blows everything wide open. I honestly thought we were going to see Enemy try and get aggressive onto that pantry and get punished. That's exactly what you did not want to see. But the Fragmite coming out, showing that he can frag as well, as he does pick up 3 kills on that round.
So 6-pick off of the Clash for Waka over to the Valkyrie. No 6-picks coming out from Penta this time, as Sir Boss was flashing the Glaz last time and then swapped off. No mind games this round. You can see everyone on Penta laughing it off, having a good time. And that's kind of been the trend so far, is if you're getting rounds by the skin of your teeth, you're usually laughing it off and going, wow, that was incredibly close. But rounds where people are getting dominated on, there hasn't been much of a visceral reaction from either side.
Yeah, there's some days where it just does come down the wire like that. That is the game of Siege for you. Like, timing is such a major thing inside of this game, and some days timing isn't in your favor. It's kind of luck at that point. Just like, all right, maybe I'll make my shift right now, or you question it and you go a second later, and then there's somebody in that hallway. I mean, it's just, there's so many things in this game that are just up to timing, and timing at the end of the day really is just a little bit of RNG. It's always a rough thing, but Penta so far, perfect through 2 rounds, even though they were very, very close. But Nora Rango has to try and just light a little bit of a fire earlier on here. They do not want a major amount of rounds over their head to start this off.
An immediate tower entry here from Sir Boss, and you've also got Revan putting down a Claymore inside of small tower wing the flank, as Nora Rango have elected to swap their objective. 2 attempts at the basement, 2 consecutive failures, and now they'll head topside, the more successful bomb site on the day on Oregon. Granted, 2 completely different teams in this match, but the story has been basically the same. A lot of people left alive in the last 30 seconds. It turns into a bloodbath. It's a site execute that usually results in a plan being completed at the bottom of the main stairs at one of the default positions, and then good luck on the retake if they have hatch open.
I think you just described Oregon as a whole.
There you go.
Honestly.
Holy God.
Hello? Hello? Hi. Yeah, can you guys check that holographic site? Are you sure that thing is that regulation? I don't think it is, because he literally just deleted Revan. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Waka.
That was to the slit angle on the rappel. That was the little shed thing that covers small tower entrance. But it looks like Penta have no qualms about Waka being downstairs in the showers, even though he does have a nitro cell at his disposal. It's a Kids Windows take, and there's no one inside of Kids for Nora Rango. So Penta, while even being down a man, have Papillia to worry about down below inside of Kitchen for the kill holes. Looks like Sir Boss will be the first contention to anyone trying to rotate back into Kids through the doorways. This man on the right-hand side who is hungry right now on the Capitao. Covering anyway, and it looks like Papillia is more concerned with Hungry, and Hungry is going to grab the first pick onto Ramu. That's a huge one. There goes the Maestro, your site control. You got 2 members for Nora Rango still downstairs, 3 members actually, as Mario is being thermited upon inside a pantry.
Yeah, and it is going to be pantry knocked open, but Mario is going to end up cleaning up Enemy. It's not going to be too much of an impact on the roam game, but Hungry is getting the diffuser down. Not much life left on either of these offensive operators. Basically 1 shot versus 3 extremely healthy defenders. they're definitely going to have to try and win some of these gunfights out. Otherwise, this is not going to go in their way. They cannot try and play the timer. This is exactly what you want! And what a win from Penta. Everybody contributing. Revan, Hungry, and Blaz. This Penta will walk away with yet another very close round.
A 3v2 for Nora Rango and a full site retake upstairs. Not the best situation to be in for Nora Rango, forfeiting complete control of kids, and Penta reading it like a book and waltzing straight in. Granted, facing a little bit of resistance, but not enough to stop the plant. A nitro cell went errant, so there wasn't enough utility on the objective to be able to ping out a precise launch of a nitro cell. So that is 3 consecutive rounds for Penta against Nora Rango. And Nora Rango again will attempt to correct their mistakes, this time on kids.
Well, I was just about to say, well, Hungry can't play one flashing operator. He's going to play another and pick up the blitz, as he actually will 6-pick that to the Capitao, which he's been playing prominently so far this game. Actually had quite a bit of impact on those downstairs takes.
It's a great start so far for Penta. Everyone really contributing, like you said, and honestly, contribution is nearly the same on the side of Nora Rango, just unable to get those final couple picks to be able to stick the defuse. And the plan has been completed all 3 rounds. That is abnormal, especially today. We haven't seen a lot of plants going down.
Speed up and running.
Pretty sure we've had 3 plants all day. That's sarcasm, by the way, but yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me how, you know, this is Pro League. This is the Pro League sanctioned match. This is Invitationals. And people still don't play the actual objective. There's like, all right, we got to kill everybody. That's our main objective. Just murder as many people as possible. And they don't try and play for the plan. Which, you know, it is just a difference in play style, but a lot of teams are more or less focused on, okay, it's kills first, then plan after, which doesn't work all the time. But speaking of kills, Sir Boss will find Mercia.
Mario going down extremely early once again. A good start here for Sir Boss. He makes an immediate entry into Armory, and it looks like Nora Rango are having a little bit of trouble correcting their mistakes. They made a swap up here. Waka going for some aggressive plays at the Showers window with a Valkyrie cam that looks kind of familiar. Spots Blaz going in towards and going for the rappel. Waka whiffing a lot of shots, and a great reactionary shot from enemy. Another nitro cell dispatched of. There are no more even possibly at the disposal of Nora Rango. The retake again, if you got Papilia and Ramu stacked inside of Meeting, it's just Raciel on site once again. This is a bad look for Nora Rango early on, already down 3-0. The tidal wave of force of Penta is choking them out.
Only 1 minute and 10 seconds has been expanded from the timer, and it's just Raciel on site. This is not looking good at all for the defense. These roamers are going to have to try and pull some attention away from site. Otherwise, Penta will be walking away with yet another round unanswered. As Popcool will rotate downstairs, start rotating over towards main, and Ramu going to pop that ERC-7 backpack, going to try and maintain some pressure side of the meeting hall, as he will try and cross over, but Revan from the garage will take him down. He's going to try and take down 2, but no, Pop will win that out. So Revan will be sat on the bench for the rest of this round at least, but in the process of that, Blaz will find Raciel, and it's going to be all left up to Pop against 4. His enemy will start to put the plant down. We will see Blaz rotate down the stairs, and he will find the kill on a Pop. That'll be yet another round by Penta. 4 unanswered right now by the European squad.
4 straight for Penta. And yeah, that's not a big shock at all. Nora Rango, even though you can't see it on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, will call for a timeout.
Not surprised at all.
Not surprised at all. You go up 4-0 on Oregon. Penta with all the momentum, and clearly Nora Rango having some issues early round. Mario has been dropped within 20 seconds twice now through 4 rounds. That's not a good start. You've also been put in a position where you need to retake upstairs consecutive rounds, and that just has not gone well. I think really the downstairs focus for Nora Rango is getting picked apart by Penta extremely easily.
I will say the one thing, especially on the upstairs site, and I know you more than likely noticed this, they didn't have much kitchen presence. I almost said preference. Kitchen presence by the defense. They were playing meeting, and the issue with playing meeting is the fact that you can literally just cut off the rotation. They can't do anything. If they reinforce up top inside of Attic, then there's literally no rotation for them. So Penta just ignores it and pushes upstairs, and then you get exactly that. You have two people locked downstairs. They can't move out. They have to try and win gunfights initially inside of the lobby, and it just does not work out for them. They need to make an adjustment on where they're putting these roamers.
Probably very evident to everyone on Nora Rango as we're going to start resuming the game once again. And Nora Rango, to try and stop the bleeding, will head back downstairs, where they're currently 0 for 2, but I think they've, I don't know, their second attempt downstairs was better. It wasn't great.
Better?
Better. Wasn't the best.
Is this better?
Yeah.
You are dead right now, aren't you?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right, just making sure, just double checking on you.
I'm fun.
You know, I care about you sometimes.
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 Preference on sometimes. Just a little bit. Anyways.
I will say as well, the rounds have been extremely fast-paced. That second, so round number 2 from Nora Rango was kind of drawn out a little bit by Waka just being a one-man army inside a meeting. Other than that, I mean, within a minute, Penta has dominating, suffocating control of the objective or about to go for a site execute. It's kind of shocking to see that from Nora Rango, a team who have received such high praise from everyone we've talked to all weekend. Everyone we've talked to has said Nora Rango, while their strategies are a little suspect, their mechanical skill is far and away some of the best they've ever seen in the entire world. Unfortunately, for them anyway, Penta seem to be matching that quite well, and their strategy seems to be far superior.
Well, I mean, Nora Rango did take out the main catalysts of Penta, but Penta is so used to playing around those being banned away from them that, you know, this is just another day in the office for them, you know? They really haven't been punished. There has been no signs of this slowing down at all from Penta.
Well, it looks like Nora Rango, while they want to at least attempt a slight correction of their fatal errors of rounds past, they're still going to stick to this double-man hard meeting hold, and it looks to be about to be picked apart now by Sir Boss. He has top control with the attic. The hatch looks to be open. No, it's reinforced, so they didn't want anyone getting up top for the top control, and it looks like Mario was the first man to bail. Actually, that was Waka at the bottom of the tower stairs. There goes a thermite charge onto the attic hatch to rip that open to see if there's anyone else still remaining inside of meeting, but it's a double stack on the back of the tower stairs coming up from Harry Potter currently.
One of my favorite callouts in this entire game is that callout, Harry Potter. Because you guys are wondering, Harry Potter is the bottom of Big Tower stairs in this little area where Pop is currently playing at. It's called Harry Potter, and the fact that Harry Potter lives underneath a staircase. Like he's homeless, but he's not. He's kind of got a roof over his head. But stun grenades will go off at the bottom of main stairs right now as Pop is going to try and maintain pressure with that M590, but he's going to get found by Revan. Timing really punishing Pop right there. So that will make this a 5v4. And this has been a lot slower round by the boys of Penta. But again, the meeting hold really delaying quite a bit of time for them initially, but they have all the keys to the castle right now to try and get this execute off.
Looks like the saving grace for Nora Rango might be Waka here, coming up the main stairs and possibly going for a flank. The garage door gets ripped open, and he's going to spot one and shred through Hungry with the 416, even at an extreme range, leveling man count and pressing further on. Diffuser is outside of the blue tunnel as well, so it's going to be a back take for Penta, an alteration to a rather successful strategy they had going for the front stairs push over and over again. Flashbangs come out, a lot of utility utilized to try and dispel this push from Penta. Pre-fire's coming out, and Mario will shred through Revon as well, letting a headshot through the soft wall. The depths all the way from the box rotate. 30 seconds tick away. Diffuser recovered by Blaz, but a man disadvantage, and you still have Waka going for top control with hatches open. Could be a bad spot to be in for Penta. Oh, what a nice shot there from Mario to take down Sir Boss. Waka on the flank will take down enemy. It's just Blaz. He tries to slug boy his way in on his stomach. Now we'll push through the Toxic Babe, and doubling up will be Nora Rango on the box rotate. And that is the first round in the corner of Nora Rango. They will stop the bleeding.
The power of the tactical timeout will rear its head once again, as it did in the EG game on Villa, and shows up, and we'll see if Nora Rango will continue to snowball and try and bring things back here on Oregon. It is going to be quite the task, though, as if they do pick up this second round, they will be switching sides, which has been prominently noted, kind of cuts all of that momentum that you built up on your prior set.
Well, At least screwing with the trend that we had, at least from the last game, where basement was the place to go to die. But I guess recurring themes, they are now only 1 for 3 on the objective downstairs. But they're 0 for 2 upstairs, so will things change once again for Nora Rango on their last round of the first half on the defensive set on Oregon? Or will Penta continue to run away with this? Hungry will 6-pick off the cap to the glass.
It's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. Hungry.
Dangerous.
Yeah, Hungry already fed up with Nora Rango thinking that they have a chance in this game. He's going to switch over to Glass, which is another one of his very prominent operators that he's definitely shown some prowess on. I'd compare him to probably his playstyle with Glass would probably be around Rampy's playstyle, where he just likes to be extremely aggressive with the smoke play. So, but one thing is they're not going to be rocking a Jackal or anybody else that has smoke, so it is going to be Hungry trying to be a one-man wrecking crew inside of his own utility.
I'm really just looking to see Nora Rango swap things up here and not go for this meeting hold again. Waka's going to spot out one drone, but the Twitch drone from Revon will immediately spot him out.
Attackers are moving out.
Big spawn peek here from Waka. Will connect up to the shoulder of Blaz, but it won't be a lethal blow. He really desperately needed that to be to set the pace in this round.
That was so close. That was so close. That might have been a neck shot. It was very, very close to Blaz's head. Blaz going to escape by the skin of his teeth, ladies and gentlemen, as they are going to be starting over inside of Big Tower. At least Penta is. Revan almost meets his maker in lobby, as Mercio is getting extremely aggressive. Or Mario, I mean, excuse me. But it does appear that Revan is going to be off doing his own thing. Waka is going to see him on the Valkyrie cam, though, so he knows he's about to have some company coming up very soon in the likes of Twitch.
It's a big sound cue to not have that window double hit as a prep, but he's got another Valkyrie camera looking into small tower. That's exactly where Revan will head, most likely to drop down another Claymore. It's the same Claymore as last time that actually garnered a kill when he was the Maverick. And it was the 3v2 for Nora Rango on the road to the retake attempt, I believe, in round number 4. I don't think that'll be successful 2 times in a row, especially with the Valkyrie cam replacements, but you never know. Maybe someone getting a little worked up in the moment in the retake won't spot it out. It looks like Waka triple checking the camera to see if he can go for a run out onto anyone.
Dropped the bomb diffuser.
Again,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Clearly, contrast to what we've been seeing from Penta, at least off the rip for this game. Moving a little bit slower now.
Yeah, definitely moving a lot slower, and I think the main issue is that Nora Rango has shifted where the roam game is. Waka going to take out a drone and try and contest, but they've wasted so much time so far over here on the small tower side of the map. I was looking for the compass. We don't have a compass right now, so, but they have wasted plenty of time. Pop playing underneath as well. Blaz, though, going to find Waka. Now we'll alleviate that pressure over inside of Showers. Pop just waiting for somebody to try and peek into kids' dorms, as he will mark someone he is currently playing those windows. They do still have to worry about Blaz over inside of small tower. He has absolutely no health at all, though. He is one shot. As Pop does see a Claymore, he's going to peek and grab the edge of that. Then he peeks out. Oh, he's going to find one. Mercio going to find one as well. Will he be able to find another? Yes, Pop going massive with 2. And Ramu going to find one of his own. It's all left up to enemy as soon as Raisel will find him.
Beautiful response there from Nora Rango, and honestly, it came down to the timing of those peaks at the dining door and Mario trying to come back and retake. They're having a blast, man. They're here to have some fun.
Hey, it's all about having a good time. All about having a good time. I mean, especially after the Pro League finals, where I mean, they knocked our teams out, North America's teams. They knocked one of our teams out for us. But hey, you know, we always need a little bit of a wake-up call, and I think that really was one for North America, so that's good. But I definitely think that they are more or less like, hey, have fun with it first, otherwise things are going to fall into a terrible time of just losing rounds over and over again. If you're not having fun, and you probably shouldn't be in what you're doing.
The biggest problem is it's a best of 3, so you get down on yourself after 4 rounds, you're going to have a bad time. So it's good to see them, even after losing 4 consecutive, now turning it around with 2 of their own in a row. They're still very lighthearted. They're still up in their spirits. We've seen a lot of teams in a lot of different events get very emotional very early on. It kind of spirals into their own failure, and it comes down to a mental game and the mental fortitude more than your actual skill.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the only argument that I really have for that is just Canadian earlier today. because that man was full on emotions for most of that match. Early on, very angry with himself, and right when he killed Uno for the first time, it just lit a fire on that man. So emotions can be either really good or really bad.
Troy's a different animal.
Troy's a unique human being.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. That's a whole different
Attackers
conversation.
recover the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So we'll see Nora Rango start for the first time on offense on Oregon. So far, their defensive set was pretty good roam game-wise, except for that one mating hole that just did not find anything at all. It more or less just made Penta kind of stare at it and go, we can hold this if we just open up the pantry and you're really not going to be able to do anything. And that's exactly what happened. But we do have kind of an odd push coming in right now. Waka coming in from construction, as I don't believe he saw Hungry rotate into red hallway.
Still playing inside of Harry Potter. He's got the paint cans at his advantage, which if you're unaware is the paint cans on a shelf that are perfectly at head level that will actually disguise you if you try and peek that hallway. Double tap for Waka on the doorway, and his drone's just sitting at the lap and rushing straight through, pre-firing the box, and finally able to connect onto Hungry. That'll be the smoke dispatched up with ease, and now it'll be Blaz re-attempting the peek, also completely unaware that he's on drone. Pre-fires come in, Ramu will shred through enemy off screen, and more pre-fires. But Blaz wins that out with the Alda. So Waka dispatched of Papillia on low HP. Possibilities for Penta to pull this back, but you've lost your Jaeger. It was the lethal weapon on defense, and recovery of the Evil Eye will be Blaz, as he'll try and move it to a more advantageous position for a back push. Papillia reset back to 50. It's a tough push situation here, as you still have 4 smokes on the side of Nora Rango if you're Penta.
Yeah, the main thing I want to touch on right now is that Waka is so good at getting his own information. He had very good prominence on that Valkyrie, playing off of his own cams, trying to get those hop outs, to try and get any damage on the Penta at all. And he almost had it once again right there, playing off of his own drone. Almost picked up the Maverick, the Maestro, so close to the head of Blaz.
Raisel with the fuser in hand, as the Hibana hasn't opened up any hatches just yet. And Ramu, as the Maverick, is working his way around the map. And Nora Rango taking the time at their disposal. They don't really have to rush anything right now. I believe they're debating right now which side to go for. So Mike Skyros will be coming out onto the back side. Flashbang coming out as the hallway hatch will disintegrate before Maryu's eyes. Flashbangs being lanced all the way down to burn out the ADS. A third one inside the supply double door. You've got a shotgun point-blank range from Sir Boss holding anyone dropping into box.
Could be very punishing if anyone chooses to try and drop inside of E-Box, but Blaz is going to find one of his own. Racial going to go down, and then Pop will refrag that onto Blaz with the glass play. Mercio going to find one of his own onto Revan. It's a 1v3 Sir Boss. So he's going to try and make something happen right here, but no. The M590 does not have the distance to try and knock Ramu down, as Ramu will have a nice headshot to meet him with.
They keep making direct eye contact with the camera. They're having some...
I love it. I love it.
What is the hand gesture?
This is the Japanese form of dabbing.
Man, he's having a party, man.
This is the Japanese form of dabbing. That's what this is. That's what it is. You didn't know? Huge in Japan. It's called the box.
Shut up.
I was gonna get you to say it one time. One time. This is what everyone's wanted. It's just say, hey, Stokes, Flynn, talk a bunch of crap to each other. That's it. Like, I love you, Flynn.
Penta, again, same boat as Nora Rango right now, trying to correct their mistakes, consecutive attempts at the same bomb site after being unsuccessful in the first try.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a tactical timeout if Nora Rango wins this next round? I'll put dinner on it.
All right, bet.
All right. All right. You guys can hold us to that. I will buy Flynn's dinner with the little amount of money I have because my bank locked up all my cards. But, you know, that's fun. Canada's fun. Canada's fun.
Getting so personal on a very, very public broadcast.
It's fine. It's okay.
Well,
I have the most generic name on the planet. My name's Samuel Stewart. Like, that doesn't... I'm like John Doe.
So back to the game. Enemy six-picking to a clash. Saw this in the game between the earlier game. It was Liquid Mocket. It didn't really end very well. The clash overextended and just kind of got shredded early.
5 seconds left.
Well, that's one thing you really can't do with Clash. You cannot overextend. She's more or less constant. She's like Montang. You just apply constant pressure and slowly work your way forward with other people behind you. It's the exact same thing for defense, just this time she has a taser on her shield for some reason. So They're like, oh, we gave defense a shield. We also put a taser on it. It works really well in the proper scenarios, but most of the time, Clash doesn't see too much use. We are going to be seeing her right now, which is kind of surprising for me, just due to the fact that it is the downstairs site. And usually those vertical angles are what punish Clash the most.
Especially on the stairwell, if she's going to try and stall out anyone on their progression down the main stairs, that could be pretty difficult. I mean, you've got a Capitao and Mariu. Don't have any frags, but you do have Waka with some remote breaches if you wanted to use that as well. But it currently looks like enemy is stationed inside of meeting. No ADS preset there. The bar will be destroyed by Waka as he uses a flashbang to double check. And Ramu pulling out the blowtorch. Looks like he's going to try and pop open a line with the blowtorch on the left split wall.
Nora Rango more or less focused on meeting hall right now. Drones committed inside of there from Waka. And honestly, I think Waka is the most droning Ash I've ever seen in my entire life. That man drones for his entire team and makes pushes. Some definitely mechanical play coming out from Ramu right here as he knocks open a hole that you can crawl through. I know it doesn't look like you should be able to fit through it, but you can with one tank. One tank properly used with Maverick, you can make a hole big enough to crawl through. It is just shown right there by Ramu. So definitely some prominence coming out inside of that Maverick play. The drones will start to commit themselves down the main stairs about halfway through now as the entire Penta lineup is downstairs.
Yeah, it was a three-man hold inside of meeting for Penta, and then as soon as the Mav came out from Ramu, they all said nope, and they got out of Dodge as fast as possible. Went back down to the objective, and they continue to hold. They know their meeting flank is going to be cut off because of the Maverick play, so they're going to have to play this from the objective. They're still in a 5v5 with now a minute ticking down, and the clash of enemies still 100 HP, and go full blind here is just a rainstorm of flashbangs will come in. The enemy will get downed by the asphyxiating bolt, but will he be able to be revived? This is the big question. A great use of a utility there, tandeming the flashbangs with the asphyxiating bolt from Mariu. Looks like Waka has one more flash he wants to send in as well. Enemies revived and back up in the hallway. Now in behind the island, trying to slow down anyone. He makes his way all the way in, but walks too close to the sun and will get burnt for it. Waka will shred through him with the R4C. All of the utility being used now, and Raso being chipped away by the Evil Eyes one by one. And the Toxic Babes went for an initiation of the plant, but had to pull off. Nora Rango running out of time, but in a strong position. Hungry on 10 HP, one more peek and one more smoke left as he sends it out. The Legion Mine just not going to connect in time. A great pause though will shut down Papilia. It'll get traded out. It's down to a 3v3. More will fall. Raso with another one. Diffuser in the hands of Mariu. The plant will go down. Can't pull the trigger on the shotgun in time. Nora Rango 4 straight to rally back after dropping 4-0 lead to Penta.
Well, guys, you wanted a match for the last game of the day, and it seems like we're going to get that. Flynn is not the happiest, but, you know, it happens. Flynn has talked a lot today. You can't judge him. He's a very tired boy.
I'm smiling. We're all good.
Just smile, smile.
Just smile.
Just smile through the pain.
Oh, Lord Penta. Is that the site? Is that the site you want to go to?
I don't know what to say. They have Glass and Capitao on the offense.
If you don't have a Mira or an Echo,
oh man,
trying to stall this out.
And they just got a Maverick as well. Okay, you guys want to know how this round's gonna go? Maverick's gonna get control of meeting, and he's gonna torch a hole inside of pantry and shoot whoever is trying to play defense on the kitchen wall. And that's gonna blow the site completely open. They're gonna get small tower presence, blow open that wall, and they're gonna get the plant down on the couch. I'm gonna predict it right now.
Yep, more smokes, Papilia on the glass. That's also a yikes when all you have is one possible flank.
And with Mario, they can literally just directly smoke off all of their angles, and they can't do anything about it.
Well,
this is probably the worst lineup to play in the kitchen with. Like, oh my goodness, man. That's, this is gonna be a rough one.
From Penta, let's see how it pays off.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Oh, you can see about the spawn too. They want to get Ramu in meeting to pop open the holes.
Oh man, they're probably so excited. Oh man, just rapid fire Japanese, just going everywhere, man. All right, well, we'll see what comes to fruition at least this round. Again, it is Rainbow6 Siege. Anything can happen. That's why I feel like analyst jobs are so difficult, because, you know, that is show what happened. That is should be what happens.
What should happen.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
English.
It's been such a long day, man.
English, Samuel.
Oh, yeah, English is hard. Oh, man. Anyways.
I can't talk. I've had a few screw-ups today, too.
Yeah, had a few strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should be what happens. And we'll see if that really does come to fruition here. I mean, that is the one thing about Rainbow Six. You can never be right fully. No.
Well, Ramu making his entry in through garage, and no contest so far, and look at that. He's right up against the pantry wall, and look at that. He's got the blowtorch, and look at that. He's made a couple holes, and he's making Swiss cheese in the wall with the Maverick torch to try and just play some mind games with everybody, and Waka trying to get rid of this deployable shield inside a bathroom, showers. Looks like that is Sir Boss of the Jaeger playing in the shower stalls and towards lockers. There's also the clash of the enemy trying to provide some support, but he's got Mario at his side at the white stairs window. That's a big deterrent for enemy to try and continue to hold that angle. I don't think anyone has realized that these holes exist in the pantry wall, but they have barricaded off the door, so...
Like half a smiley face?
At least a little bit of sound cover. Papilia will fall at the hands of the 416 as Sir Boss down to 51 HP, laying prone inside of lockers, waiting for Mary to turn the corner, losing a lot of HP, and finally Waka will trade it out, going face-to-face up against enemy and just pre-firing every common location. He's being slowed constantly by enemy.
And shower on this site is the teeter-totter that depends on if you win this site or not. You have to have presence in there as the defense so you can rotate up small hallway and try and kill anybody trying to plant default spot on top of the couch. If you do not have that, then you are basically out of luck, which is very bad. It's not a good time, but they don't really have any of that right now. Enemy playing solo dolo inside of there as Blaz tries to assist him from the hallway, but Sir Boss, as you guys can see, has been taken out. So it's all left up to the shield-bearing operator on the defense try and win this out, as Ramu will motion his way down white stairs, and this might be very punishing for the defenses who are not able to handle him appropriately. Blaz, even though his utility can see through smokes, him himself cannot, as he will end up downing Ramu on the main stairs. Mario will pick him up, but Blaz gonna find one of his own on the walk, immediately reflagged by Mario. He's gonna get aggressive onto the Clash. This Clash will do her due diligence to shock him back to the next world, as actually Hungry's gonna send him to the nether realm as well as Merzio. Oh my goodness, Penta is coming out of the woodworks right there to put things back into their favor.
That was an interesting deployment of utility operators throughout that round for Nora Rango. You saw it was the Maverick of Ramu getting into meeting and doing what we said he should have done, which is pop him the pantry walls, except it was the showers contention that really seemed to be the focal point, like you said, on that round. And there was just enough utility and enemy really just being a giant pain in the backside for all of Nora Rango on that one. So shouts out to enemy on that one. He's finally done with the clash, at least for now. He's holding pat on the bandit as they head upstairs to kids and dorms, and that's their first successful defensive round on a site that we said probably wasn't going to end very well for them.
What do we know, Flynn?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Evidently.
We never know anything.
Evidently.
Yeah. This.
Evidently.
Oh my goodness. But enemy really living up to his name right there. I'm serious. Like, enemy was the enemy of Nora Rango that round. So, oh, what? Okay, we're not dying. We're good. Okay, there was a big boom, guys. I know you guys couldn't hear that because these mics are really, really good at cutting out background noise, but there was a very big boom. I thought something had happened. I was terrified for a second, but we're okay. We're okay over here. 5-4 currently is the round count in favor of Penta. Once again, they were up 4-0. Up 4-0 at the start. Nora Rango calls a tactical timeout. Brings it all the way back to 4-4 to tie it up, but Penta seems like they have found their footing once again. And something that I love to touch on with tactical timeouts is it's not just a timeout for your team, it's a timeout for the other team. So usually, you know, you really got to do some work with your team to put them back onto track. As we saw with that EG game, that second timeout that came out from the stream did not help them at all. EG really used that to their advantage more than Lestream did, and they were very punished by it. So that more than likely may be the reason that Penta is just letting this ride. They're like, okay, we don't want to give them another chance to talk and try and discuss. We want to just make our adjustments and try and to continue to make them fail.
Yeah, the big thing about that timeout also is it killed the just onslaught of momentum that Penta had. 4 straight, and 3 out of the 4 of those rounds were extremely quick. Ramu making his entryway into armories. Again, he's going to torch open a line to peek through from that reinforced wall on Armory. We've seen that wall get opened up a myriad of different ways so far today. And this is just adding to the compilation of different operators where he's doing so. And he's also going to be utilizing the torch to get rid of the bandits off the wall. And there's not even a bandit currently on the right side of generator wall. So it'll be an easy placement there for Rainbow6 to pop it open.
Waka having his eyes set on Kitchen currently, just trying to alleviate a little bit of pressure from these roamers. Not too much pressure from the defense so far with that roam game. Nobody really shown their face or exactly what they're playing at, but it could come to fruition later on. No nitro cells getting played downstairs unless enemy is downstairs. I have not seen him down there just yet. I do believe he is on site. Rainbow6 working his way up towards generator door as he does pop a couple stuns into sight. They do have most of the pressure needed right now to really hold down this Masters area as they do try to get the diffuser down inside of generator. And I think the biggest thing is the defense made all of these kill holes upstairs that are actually going to help out the offense more than likely than the defense.
Boss being gifted a rotation by Hungry as he builds it for him mid-round, but makes it in, and you can see Rainbow6 holding the ladder, waiting for Sir Boss to make that flank up. Finally looks like Rainbow6 has turned his attention away. As we know about Rainbow6 Siege, it's all about timing. Sir Boss with the ladder.
Oh my God!
Another one through the wall. Papilia will fall down to a 4v2, and PENTA looking to put themselves on match point. It's just Waka alone, vaulting into the big window, surrounded by barbed wire, smothered out by the toxic gas, finished off by the MP7 of enemy, and it's PENTA with a strong response to Nora Rango's 4 straight, putting themselves on match point on map number 1.
I think this was just something you have to do to a Glass player, honestly. He played Glass. I mean, he provided the BMs. He got to BM him back. And by BM, I mean shoot him through a wall. That was a crazy kill coming out from Sir Boss. It'll definitely be on the highlight reel after that one. Clip that, Mom, please.
Well, PENTA continuing their strange ways, and clearly they're just sick of trying to defend downstairs. So they're going to go tower.
They're sick of it.
They don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to try and fight it. They are done with it. They did dining. They won it. They did upstairs. They won it. We're not going downstairs. The only option left is tower. And this was also a site that was, I think, 1 for 2 in the last game.
Well, I mean, here's something that we've talked about all day, but we get to talk about it again because Oregon has been such a household name so far today. Tower is actually the most won site on defense.
Today?
Which, no, overall.
Oh.
It's 62% in favor of the defense. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, Blue brought up the stat during the last game that we casted between Lestream and EG. 62%. And actually, prior to this event, it was even higher. It was like 73 or 75.
That's terrifying.
That's right. Absolutely terrifying. The site that Flynn and I hate to our very core is the most defendable site, apparently, stat-wise, on Oregon.
Hey, man. If it works, it works. The interesting point about this, though, with the 2-round parameter, with obviously being victorious on a defensive site, it's locked out for the next 2 rounds now, is that with PENTA, let's say they lose here on tower. You can't go upstairs, so your only options are to go downstairs, back to tower, or to go back to dining, which I don't think the dining play is really the play. I think you got away with one on that one, and the Clash is really the MVP on that one, but you're in a tough spot here because you can't go back to your favorite site, clearly, which is doors. So PENTA, I think they might be feeling the heat a little bit, even in this round, even with a 2-round buffer and already on match point. You don't want to see this go into overtime if you're PENTA.
No, you do not. They really want to try and just kill this dead right here, at least for the first map. But Clash really hasn't found too much success today in any game, really. She's been quite punished pretty often. And a lot of Capitao play today as well, so that is one thing that has been very punishing for that operator. It's basically her direct counter. Ramu able to identify out that Sir Boss has been downed upstairs as he will slowly but surely crawl his way back where somebody can try and save his life. Blaz going to be the man to do so, as he will provide some medical attention to Sir Boss, but in the process, enemy will definitely need some medical attention as well, as it seems he's suffered a concussion with a bullet to the head, as he will be taken down on his Jaeger.
Biggest portion of that. That's your T3 control surrendered earlier than a midway through the round. So that's a big loss there. You lose enemy again, losing that 416. Toxic Babe also being deployed a little early here from Hungry, and that doesn't even hit the windowsill where I imagine he intended for that to land. So, dangerous proposition for Penta to be in right now. You've got 2 off-site, but it's Ramu being shredded now by the MP5K of Sir Boss. Out on a roaming game with flaws still, so at least the off-site play for right now working out for Penta, but you're leaving Hungry and Revan alone on the objective. It looks like Waka wants to make that same entry he did a few rounds ago, in through blue, red, and make his way up the T1 stairs.
A late rotation right now is not a bad idea at all. Just try and apply some pressure somewhere else, especially after the defense is already set up where they think they're going to be safe at. Oh my goodness, the defense going to find yet another one, and no refrag coming out from Raisel as Pop is going to go down to the hand of Blaz. Blaz coming in with a freebie right there. No more Glaz on deck for the offense.
Raisel just getting a little too fancy with it, trying to get the slot, or the shot through the slot of the stairs, but Walk will at least trade back Sir Boss. It's one of the roamers and a possible nitro cell taken care of, but it's a 3v3, and it looks like it's going to be Raisel trying to rappel into T2, and Hungary is just waiting for this. Arms open, and now they've all stacked down below. They realize that the T2 entrance is probably not the play. Revan going to stand right up and try through 1, get 2. There goes the diffuser, trying to go for 3. Walk will shred out, and both of them! Revan and Blospo fall, but now there's 8 seconds left. Fakes out the plant once. Now he's going to have to stick it into the overtime. Hungry waiting this out. It'll expire with 1 second remaining, but no, Walker's going to race upstairs, and Hungry will escape to safety inside of the attic. Penta, a 4-0 lead, completely surrendered. Nora Rango on a comeback, but it's just not enough. And Penta will take map number 1 on Oregon, 7-4.
Oh man, what a game. What a game on Oregon here.
Stepping over it.
I'm getting yelled at for my cable. It happens. It happens. It's been a long day, guys. I actually took my tie off. You'll see it. I took my watch off. It's been, oh man, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
You're undressing for the whole stream now?
Yeah,